What's going on, people? Welcome to another Emotion Football live stream. My name is Alam, and today we are going to rank the NFL teams again. For the first time in like a month, I used to do this on a weekly basis. The Blue Jays definitely threw my rhythm off, and it is what it is, people. I haven't done this for a month, but I'm back. We're going to get back to the weekly grind of doing this. And we're going to also preview the rest of Week 11. The first game of Week 11 is happening right now. We got Jets and Patriots, where the Jets put up a brave little fight at the beginning, but it's been all Patriots ever since. 14-7 New England. Could have been 17-7. Here we are, people. In terms of the rankings, we'll jump into that first. I imagine Jen is going to join at some point. But for now, we'll start with the AFC East, fitting that we have an AFC East matchup happening right now. We got the Jets, Patriots, Dolphins, Bills. Okay, we'll start with the Patriots and the Bills because that's actually the interesting stuff to talk about. I would say both teams, if we kind of chart out what these rank, let's say the top of the top. So here would be like elite. Whoa, that changed the whole window. Here would be like elite at the top. This is mid. So between mid and elite is what? That's like, actually, you know what? Let me ask Jenwo. Jenwo, what would you say the mid halfway point is between mid and elite?
Like good.
Good, right? Okay. So, I would say the Patriots and the Bills, I want to put them at the same spot. Even though one of these teams beat the other, I want to put them both like above good. That's where I'm at. What do you think?
I don't know about the Patriots because I'm still not convinced.
That, so I understand you not being convinced. I see Caden is in here. What's going on, Caden? Late night stream. So I'm sure, Caden, you've been around here. No, I'm sure you've been here for this stream. I haven't done it in a month, but I used to do this on a weekly basis. I don't remember when you started getting active in the chat, though. But yeah, I'm just ranking every NFL team. And like I said, this at the top here is elite. This middle line here is mid. The bottom is trash. Okay, do you want to do this then? Because my thing with the Patriots is, are they pretty untested? Yes. But at 8-2 and have a team that's beat New Buffalo, can I put them? Putting Buffalo over them feels weird, especially when I don't consider Buffalo that great of a team. As you know what, I think this should probably be like here. You want to put Buffalo over New England, fair, but I want to keep it close. Caden, what do you think about these two teams?
Well, what I think Aiden thinks is they're better than the Falcons.
I mean, I think he probably says fuck the Patriots and like the Bills are cool, I imagine.
I saw this post earlier where it's like they announced like there's a new women's soccer team in Atlanta.
Yeah.
What is in Georgia?
Yeah.
And then someone retweeted it and they said like, can we get a professional NFL team as well?
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean,
No, but I think that ranking should be alright. I mean, look, yeah, well, like the Patriots is like what 8-2. They're about to be 9-2. Like
they're about to be 9-2, and
even
it's
though
like,
they're not, they're not tested as much as we want them to be. Like it's still a record, and they've still played well.
that's the thing. They haven't necessarily stumbled yet, which is a good
Yeah,
sign.
what I would. Mm, Maybe I would try to like compare them to what happened to the Vikings last year, sort of.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what happened to the Vikings last year? Was Darnold, right?
Yeah.
It was interesting. Okay, that's an interesting comparison. Yeah. Okay, I think we should leave these teams here for now, and then let some of the some more teams come up and see how it changes how we
I
look
mean,
at.
the other two, like we know, like they're the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
You know,
So
the
then
Jets and no, I
Jets,
mean the Jets
you know,
and
Jets bottom of the barrel.
Dolphins.
I
Like,
think Jets
yeah.
they're so bad, dude. Like especially after the trades. Miami, I'm willing to. Here's the thing about Miami. I actually think what's the middle point between a trash and mid? The middle point's bad, right?
Now I would say decent,
Decent.
decent.
Okay, so then slight. So if this is decent, hold on. Decent is is significantly below mid because I would say decent is like right behind mid.
Oh yeah.
Who's winning the pass game? It's 14-7 Pats. Travion Henderson has both the Patriots touchdowns. I would say the Dolphins are like here. Here's the thing. I actually think like the win against the Bills, solid win, and then they played somebody else kind of no, they completely
Yeah,
look
but
lifeless.
the thing about the Dolphins is they always do that. Like they would like come up clutch in one game, but they would lose like three winnable games.
Here's the thing though, bro. Do you think they're gonna beat the Commanders?
I mean, no, because but Jaden Daniels no, yeah,
Yeah,
he's out for the season, yeah.
yeah. Well, at least he's out for that game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're gonna win that.
So they're gonna randomly be 4-7. So I feel like comfortable putting Miami here. I don't think they're as bad as the Jets at this point.
No, they're not. They're not.
So I'm gonna put Miami there. Okay, this division here, right? I don't think I'm putting Baltimore first, right? I don't think I can put Baltimore with those teams, but I will say that now that Baltimore's defense looks solid, do it. Travion Henderson gets tackled at the 6. Now that their defense looks respectable and we expect their offense to get good at some point, I I feel pretty hopeful for them. So I kind of want to put Baltimore like here.
Yeah, I think
Same, same
that's
here.
reasonable, and I would actually look. The Steelers hasn't been good as of late, but I would still put them above them.
You put Steelers above Baltimore?
Yeah.
Yo, number 3, Travion third touchdown. It's a receiving touchdown too. Let's go. Let's go. You know what's crazy though, bro? I look at Pittsburgh as the definition of mid.
I'm probably just looking at them in a record way. Like
Oh hell yeah! The link. Can you see this link in the chat here? If so, hop on. Look, whenever the link is out there, feel free. You don't even have to ask. I think Pittsburgh is the definition of mediocrity, dude. So like, I would put them there. Did this kicker? Oh, he almost missed the extra point. Jeez. But yeah, you were saying, how do you look at them?
now, I was like looking at them like in a record way.
But even their
Like,
record is what, 5? It's 5-4.
mm,
Because I think Pittsburgh did have a
Lamar's playing this week, yeah.
yeah.
Because I heard like midweek, like
Yeah,
John
no,
Harbaugh was like,
he missed the first practice, but he's back now.
who are they playing this week?
The Ravens, they're playing Cleveland.
Oh, that's not a definite win, you know.
Because Cleveland can do some silly things, and it's happened before. But bro, I just think my Dylan Gabriel stuff is
Yeah, I mean, right now, like it is like what his fourth game, something like that. But he's been looking terrible.
yep, for sure. But yeah, I'm putting Pittsburgh as the definition of mid. What's going on, Caden? Uh,
Oh yeah, actually, I want to ask Khalid about something later when it comes to the Falcons.
Sounds good. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna put Cincinnati as of now with Joe Flacco like a decent chunk above Miami, and then I was gonna put Cleveland just slightly above New York.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Okay. And then in this division, I was gonna say Colts, like definitely not elite, I would say, but healthily above Buffalo and New England. Um, and then the other thing I was gonna say was I was gonna say Houston just below average, Jaguars just below them, Tennessee in the gutter.
What's the record for the division right there?
The records, let me pull it up.
Because I know the what's his name? CJ Stroud stopped playing this week.
So here's the thing, though. They beat the Jaguars without CJ Stroud. I'm pretty sure the Texans are going to beat the Titans without CJ Stroud as well. So the
Oh
Texans are,
yeah, like, they're gonna win against the Titans. Like no doubt.
yeah. So I mean, to be honest, what I've seen from from the Jacksonville and Houston recently, I definitely think Houston's in better shape going forward. Like that's how I kind of look at these rankings. How do I literally like? How do I feel about you going into the next 2-3 weeks? I think that's how in my head, how I look at these rankings. And in terms of how I feel about these teams going into the next little bit, I definitely would take Houston over Jacksonville, but I don't think highly of either of them.
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean, look, like props to what's his name, Liam Cohen. Like he's doing a great job. I do think like that Jaguars team, like it is mid. Like he's doing a lot more than
yeah,
uh he
he's
is with that
improving
squad.
them. He's getting more out of the ability than other coaches would.
Yeah.
I
Except
def-
for what's his name, BTJ, which is like I don't know what's happened to him.
True. Oh my God, Justin Fields, man, trying to get himself killed.
Sorry,
Um,
my mic wasn't working.
yeah,
Oh.
I figured something was going on, but okay. So far, what we have, what do you think?
I guess it's okay.
Um, I think doing this exercise, part of what comes up is just genuinely how you feel about the league, right? Now I'm gonna put a bunch of these AFC West teams above mid, but literally up to this point, I got like 4 teams that I think are better than mid. A lot of
Yeah.
teams in the AFC not looking great. So okay, I was gonna put the Raiders kind of on par.
We can start with the Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on par with the Browns, like slightly above the other teams, like the Titans and the Jets, because I think the Titans and the Jets are like in a special kind of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders and Browns not quite as much, so I'm gonna put them slightly better. And then what I was gonna do is the same kind of cluster I have with Buffalo and New England. I think that all these teams belong in a cluster, and I I think the cluster should all be ahead of Baltimore. So if I was going to order teams within this cluster, this Chargers offensive line has them like, and you know what though? I think the cluster definitely belongs on par with New England because I'm not going to sit here and say New England is okay. I'm going to put this kind of in the same area as New England and Buffalo, but I'm putting the Chargers at the bottom because of their offensive line. And then I'm putting the Broncos right there, and their issue to me is the offensive consistency, specifically the passing game. But I think that leaves them hung out to dry a little too much. Like they have some fourth quarter comebacks because like a part of the reason they have these fourth quarter comebacks is because their offense really lays an egg. And then again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I think Kansas City is this great team, but I just think that with Rashee Rice coming back, and what's the left tackle Simmons coming back, like I do think that they have the least concerning things about them. Although like I have my issues with them as well. So I would kind of cluster this together. Like I think this is a fair. Hilariously, I think these are the 7 playoff teams right here.
Do you are you like is there a guarantee that there's going to be like the 7 playoff teams, or do you still think one of the teams from our division is gonna miss out?
No, I think the only chance that this variates is if Pittsburgh somehow stays ahead of Baltimore. I think that's the only hope. I think other than that, these are the 7 playoff teams, and it's about seeding.
So you think the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers gonna all make
Yeah,
it?
I think they all make it.
Yeah, because I think the refs are gonna start doing something.
For the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, you can count on that like clockwork.
I mean, they almost did it in that Jaguars game. Or
That's
Lions game. Lions game, sorry.
That's true.
Because
Oh yeah, I just want to like I've been playing like in a Madden,
Yeah.
and just like last season, Andy Reid like retired finally, and I
Yeah.
was also thinking like, what if Andy Reid retires this season and they need someone, and obviously like with the Giants like they fired out Brian Dable, and it you know they haven't like sent out any like invites or anything, but like what if like they try to get Spagnuolo? And but what if like the Chiefs try to recruit Spagnuolo instead? If
I've
Andy
heard
Reid retires,
something about how Spagnuolo is in consideration for the Giants job.
yeah, I do think like maybe maybe it's a bit too late for him now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure gonna.
Like for example, what's his name? Fanger. Like maybe
Yeah.
like 5 years ago he would be like a head coach, but now like
Yeah, it's because we're really lucky that he already got a head coaching job in his career. Holy shit, the Jets scored a touchdown. Holy shit, John Mechie scored a touchdown. Holy shit.
I'm gonna turn it on right now.
Let's go, John Mechie. For people who don't know, John Mechie is from like 15 minutes away from where I'm from. So
Wait, did you say that Trayvon Hendrickson scored 3 touchdowns?
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh, he's on my fantasy team for the state.
bro.
I know.
John
We're cooking.
Mechie, he scored a touchdown because the DB that was covering him tripped.
They all count the same, brother.
You guys want to hear something crazy?
Let's hear it.
Kirk Cousins lives in my neighborhood.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That must be a nice neighborhood because I know
that's
he's
about to change.
No, because
Yeah.
I think his wife is from Atlanta. I think that's why he's there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's damn. You must live in a nice area.
Yeah, it's got like a gate in the front area.
So hold on. For Halloween, do people go trick or treating in your area?
Yeah.
Did you pull up?
I didn't go this year because I didn't know what to be, so I just like stayed home.
Oh damn. Okay.
But
That
I
would
mean-
definitely be interesting to see what his house is like. They better give away some good shit, man. The Falcons gave them 180 mil. That family 180 mil. They better be giving out some good candy.
Like king
Well,
size.
all I know is that Atlanta fans, they don't want anything that's from Kirk Cousins. They just
What?
want him not to throw like interceptions or something like that.
They just want him gone, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like draining. He's like taking down all the money.
Yep. Big marker on the salary cap sheet. Okay. Speaking of the NFC teams, we'll get into the NFC East where I would say the Eagles belong like right in the middle here between good in mid. You're seeing some promising stuff from the defense. I think the Jalen Phillips trade is already paying dividends, and I anticipate because again, I've talked about this a lot on this channel. So for the people that have been listening, they'll know our
Ooh.
defense is really young, and it's gonna have to. We always needed it to get better as the year went on, just like the defense did last year. The Eagles' defense did not always play good football last year. They were a young team that continued to get better and played their best football by the end of the year. We're going to need something similar to happen defensively, and I think you're starting to see some early signs that that's the case. Are there any good signs about the offense? Barely. That's fingers crossed with that one. But defensively, we're seeing some good things, and that's why I think that like they shouldn't be any lower. But the offense is the reason that they shouldn't be any higher. So I'm comfortable putting the Eagles there. And then I think the Cowboys, for the longest, I've been putting the Cowboys as like the definition of mid right on this line here. I think the loss to the Cardinals drops them down. I think the loss to the Cardinals drops them below mid.
Drake May.
And then I think the Commanders should go right below. Actually, no. Yeah, and then the Giants, at this point, with where the Giants are, with the injuries and whatnot, I'm willing to put the Giants on the Raiders and Browns level. It's gotten pretty bad. Actually, you know what? I think Washington should drop down even lower. But that's how I have the NFC East as Efton Chisholm.
I think Commanders are on par with the Dolphins.
So you think they should be even lower?
Yeah.
You know what? No, why not? That defense is horrible, dude. That defense, what the Lions did to them, and the Lions are good, but getting over 500 yards is ridiculous.
And obviously, with Jaden Daniels out for the season, but they have what's his name playing now? Not Mariota. What's his name?
No, it is Mariota.
No, I heard the other guys playing.
Josh Johnson? No, it's Mariota.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't help, either way. Also with what's his name? Terry McLaurin, like, he's not doing well. So
he's missed a lot of time, dude. A lot of time. For the NFC North, okay, let me filter through these teams. So here's the thing. I think
this division, in a way, they could be in a cluster, but in a way, they could also be very far apart.
Holy cow!
So I think Minnesota. I think Minnesota belongs kind of where Dallas is.
Yeah. For now, yeah.
And then I think everybody else belongs. Like, here's what I would say. I would say Detroit, up to this point, so far from what we've seen, I would put them above Philadelphia if they didn't lose to the Vikings. I actually think that was a pretty bad game. I would say because of the loss to the Vikings and the fact that they have a worse record than Philly, I'm comfortable putting them right where Philly's at. And then I think Green Bay should be one step below them. I hear you on the cluster thing. And I think like this isn't quite a cluster, but this is like kind of what we have here where it's like the one team is clearly better than the other, but there's a hierarchy. And I do think that the Bears at 6-3, honestly, actually, and my honest truth is I probably think the Bears are mid.
The thing with the Bears for me, is like they're doing so well right now. They are 6-3, but how long can they keep this up? Like,
you know what? I just talked myself out of it. I think the Bears belong right on the midline. I think that that's where they belong as a team. And if anything, maybe the Packers. So we're gonna have a conversation about the Packers at some point about the fact that like they have a lot of good stuff in theory, but in practice, you just don't see that stuff happen. Like a lot of it. Jordan Love and these receivers should be good, but you don't see them good often enough. The rushing attack, I would say that there's a decent level of consistency, but it's not the level of carrying their offense. That level doesn't happen consistently enough, right? Their defense has had some good games, but it's also had some lackluster games. Like The Packers, you know what, maybe that's a little too low. Okay, putting the Packers on Baltimore's level feels fair. With how like
Yeah.
Baltimore so kind of arriving as a team. Okay. I'm comfortable doing it this way. Maybe move Minnesota just a little touch lower.
I'm so
Okay.
happy. Yeah.
And then actually, let's
So happy right now.
let's do it this way.
Bro,
We're gonna
29 points from this running back on the Patriots.
yeah,
Insane.
Henderson's killing it for us, man.
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
glad.
let's put the Saints. They just got to win, so we're gonna put them on the Giants level, not the Titans Jets level.
Like they should be.
Actually, let me just like move these up just to distinguish them a little bit, right? So there's this Giants level, the Saints with them. I would say the Panthers, guys. I don't care that the Panthers have 5 wins.
They're like down there.
I think that they belong here. Like their losses are so shit, man. Okay, maybe
No, even their wins are so shit.
you're right.
Yeah.
Even their wins are so shit is hilarious.
Especially
Well,
especially
they're
the
they're
30.
averaging like what 15 points each game they win.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can put the Panthers over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bucks all the way on the top.
Falcons. I'm thinking the Falcons belong here with the Vikings and the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say the Bucks for me, as of late, I would put them above Green Bay, below Detroit, Philly.
Mm-hmm. We need
Yeah,
them
the
to
thing with the Bucks is their injuries. Like
Yeah. The injuries make them a bit of an unknown because they're going to be oddly enough healthier but at the end of the year than at the beginning of the year. So we'll get to know a little bit more about them like as we get there. But as of now, I think that I like them. I'm pretty sure I like them better than Green Bay. I don't know if I like them as much as Detroit and Philly. But yeah, we
oh
like
yeah,
it.
I was gonna ask Kaden.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I saw something about what's his name? Michael Penix. Is there something? Uh, from how I saw it, like he kind of took shots at Raheem Morris and what's his
Oh
name?
yeah. I saw that too. He said that he doesn't agree with his offensive coordinator and he wants him fired.
Oh, no, I saw the quote about how he doesn't get much knowledge from his coaches. He talks to high school and college coaches. I saw that quote. That quote is crazy. The fact that he wanted to say that, like, that's crazy. That should not be the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's because Zach Robinson's play calling so bad that I understand like having to go talk to other coaches is probably best for him.
See, that's funny too, because like that's not even a play. Like saying somebody's play calling is bad is highlighting one thing, right? Saying somebody's football knowledge as a whole is so bad you don't even, like that's a whole different animal, dude.
Gronkowski's at the game.
Who's at the game?
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, because he retired as a Patriot this week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing also about Raheem Morris that I don't really like is how he. I think how he doesn't burn time out, so he doesn't challenge something like that.
Yeah, that timeout usage. I forget what game it was. I think it was
Commanders.
the Commanders. That there was one game where his timeout decisions were insane. It was the end of the game. Yeah, you're right. I think it was the Commanders.
I was watching. I was so like I was literally yelling, "Call a timeout!" and he didn't call a timeout, and then we could have had like 5 more yards, and we could have won the game, but
It was
didn't call
absurd,
it. Yeah,
dude. It was absurd.
yeah, and like especially like when he's having to call the timeouts, like one timeout like for a delay game, and he only has like 2 at the end, and then like when it comes time for him to use the timeouts, he doesn't use the timeouts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the game game
So,
management
so
is such a
for
go
yeah,
ahead.
for the who do you think is in the hot
Oh,
seat
so this is
for?
this is so what I was gonna say though, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I was gonna put Seattle and LA both slightly above Detroit and Philly.
Yeah.
And I was gonna talk to you guys about who you think is better. I was gonna put them in a cluster like Buffalo and New England, both basically at the Colts level, and then
Mhm.
figure out who we think is better. I think the Rams are a little bit
Yeah.
better.
I think the Rams are also better too.
What do you think, General?
The
Yeah, I
Seahawks
think
are
so.
maybe you could put the Seahawks maybe just a little bit down, like a tiny bit.
So would you put them on the same level as Detroit and Philly?
Yeah.
What about you, General?
I'm just gonna put them a little bit lower than Philly and Detroit, just
Oh,
because I just have some vendetta against them. Also like like obviously like going into like the first season like Philly and Detroit they've been there, whereas the Seahawks like they're pretty new. Like
no, that's
obviously
fair.
like
That's fair. So are you putting them then with Tampa Bay?
Mhm. I believe
no
it's
yeah like a bit higher than Tampa Bay, but
Oh,
a bit
okay.
lower than Detroit and Philly.
Oh, okay, interesting.
kind of like in the middle between them.
I mean, their logo should be like easy to move. They're pretty much like what a one
Yeah,
by one logo.
yeah, true.
The 49ers could go with the
Green,
Bears.
the Bears. Okay, interesting. Because I was thinking somewhere like close to Green Bay, but below. You were saying around the Bears. What do you think, General? Somewhere in this area, right?
I mean, obviously, like with the like the offense, they have two very capable quarterbacks in like Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, but I do think the injuries are starting to catch up now. I
Yeah.
do think they're gonna be mid.
Yeah, if we're talking about them going forward, because like we've seen a lot of the Niners play a good chunk of football this year with players that aren't going to play going forward. So yeah, if we are looking to the future, we're probably going to have to put them closer to the Bears. So yeah, I don't mind putting them like right here between Green Bay and Chicago. And then for me, Arizona goes just like above the Carolina and Washington tier, but below Atlanta, Minnesota.
You know what? I don't care. Put Arizona in the bottom. I don't think they're a real franchise.
They're really not, right? But they did beat the shit out of the Cowboys.
Yeah, but also Cowboys are not a real franchise.
That you're also not wrong. Caden, where do you think the Cardinals belong?
Me?
Yeah.
I think like where they are right now. Like I think that
Yeah, I think
they're
that's fair.
they're definitely better than Carolina and New Orleans and Washington, but they're not as good as Atlanta and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, like I don't rate Jim Gannon, and also
Yeah.
like the two pieces going that was supposed to be taking them going forward in Callum Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. Like they're
Yeah.
not panning out.
Yeah.
Obviously,
True.
like they had Trey McBride, like it's always going to be good.
Yeah.
Dude, 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 dude.
So
And what's like the defense, like they're pretty. I mean, not in a way like they're bad now, but like they're aging. Like
yeah. So in the NFC, if you look at what this shows you, I think these 6 teams being playoff teams is a pretty good guarantee, right? And then I think what it shows is that there's going to be a race for the 7th seed among these teams. And I think
Mhm.
obviously the Niners have a potential to drop, and then any of these teams have potential to rise. But this is the 7 seed race, people, right here.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think
I
that that's
think
the cool thing about doing this exercise.
I think I mean I'm not being biased to
yeah,
my own team, but I'm saying that if we get better and possibly we could possibly make that 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't, then I think maybe like the Bears could probably make it.
No, I definitely hear that. I definitely hear that. Um, yeah, like with Atlanta, you guys are starting like I think there's four rookies that play a lot on your defense, and when still something like that is the case, I must have put the Falcons lower.
No,
Nah,
no,
dude.
no. The Falcons
Um,
are perfect. They're like where they are. It's perfect.
um, no,
I
I think
do.
like there's hope that those young players get more and more acclimated to the NFL football as the year goes on, and your defense is better at the end of the year than it is now. The thing about the team offensively is like I just don't see anything getting better for you guys offensively. Like I think you guys have kind of hit your cap offensively.
Ravens fan, how about this? Put the Ravens lower.
Damn,
Put the Steelers above the Ravens.
damn,
That's what I said earlier.
damn. No, I'm still putting the Ravens above the
Yeah.
Steelers.
I know.
Um,
I'm just around.
no, I know.
I do have one remark about the NFC. Like
Actually, put the
I
Ravens
do
below the
think
Browns. The Browns are definitely better than the Ravens.
Hey man, we're gonna see about that on Sunday.
Hmm.
like for me maybe I'm still a bit high on
Okay.
the
Okay.
Packers,
Yeah.
but I do think if they get it right, like I don't think they're going to be losing, like I mean let's say like winning like
Who
one
do
or
you
two
guys want
games
in the
then
Super Bowl?
losing for 3-4 games straight. Like I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, but I do think if they get it right, they have the chance to go above the Buccaneers.
Hmm.
Mm.
Like how I'm telling my friends and stuff, and like everybody, like my family and friends, like I'm saying, like they have the talent, they just don't know how to use it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, offensively, the thing is like it's not a talent issue offensively.
Just
Uh,
team issue.
Last year it was a talent issue defensively. There's a chance, like I said, with young players, right? And I'm talking about the two edge rushers, Pearson Walker, and then I'm talking Xavier Watson, Billy Bowman. If those
Hmm.
guys develop as young players, then there's a chance that it could also not become a talent issue defensively. But
I'm talking about the offense
yeah, no, for sure.
and like the communication with the coaches and stuff.
Hmm. Damn, I thought Zach Robinson would be better than this.
Hmm. Like I don't understand how he's so good on the Rams and then takes them to a Super Bowl and win, and then they come to Atlanta and then this is what happens.
I mean, I guess Sean McVay must have been holding his hand through everything. Man said put the Bills lower. The Bills. Here's the thing. It, they, bro, the win against the Chiefs.
And the Ravens.
Not wrong, but like, um, the win against the loss against the Dolphins, bro. Hey, one more bad loss, and I'm dropping them lower. 1 week, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Remember, like with the Ravens, you were saying put the Ravens higher, and I'm like, yo, they're trending that way, but I need to see another week before I do it. And then I saw another week, and then I did it. Same thing applies for Buffalo in the reverse. I saw how bad the Dolphins' loss was, but bro, I would need to see another week to drop them seriously. Um, but yeah, these are the rankings, people. So I'm gonna leave that for now, and we're gonna
Actually, I do have one more.
okay, go ahead.
Because obviously, I think we play the Jaguars this Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his name? The okay. Do you think? Because okay, the Broncos they're also playing the Chiefs, yeah.
Broncos, yeah, they're playing the Chiefs.
How would you, 'cause in terms of rankings, how would you what do you call it? How would you view that game in terms of rankings? do you think the win or the performance is a it's more indicative of where the teams will be?
I think it's different for different teams, to be honest. Like, I think for Denver, a win is very important. And I think for Chiefs, performance is important because the thing about the Chiefs is that, like, the Chiefs don't, we've seen them go to the Super Bowl playing all road games. The Chiefs don't have to have a high seed in the playoffs. They just need to figure out how to play good football. Once they've played good football, they're a danger in any game against anybody, wherever the game is played. That same principle doesn't apply to Denver. Denver needs that mile high home field advantage. So I actually think point blank period, the win is really important for Denver. I think for Kansas City, the progress as a team is more important for them. That's how I see it.
So, for example, because right now you have the Chiefs higher than the
Broncos, yeah.
Broncos here. So let's say the Broncos win. Do you move them above
Yeah.
the Chiefs next week?
Yeah. A win gets the Broncos up because that's the thing, bro. A win for the Broncos, putting them 9-2, with at that point a 8-game winning streak, like, you'd have to put respect on their name. I think part of the reason I haven't done that yet is because I honestly don't love a lot of their wins, right? They played the Eagles while the Eagles were in a stretch of playing really shit football. They played the Giants. Like, I don't know. They played the Raiders. The Broncos got to give me a win that I take seriously.
Also, like the second part of this. So let's say the okay, let's say the Chiefs win. Obviously, they're gonna stay above the Broncos and the Chargers, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's say the Chargers win. Would you push them above Denver or not?
Hmm?
I said, like, let's say the Chiefs win
Yeah.
and the Broncos lose, and then the Chargers win. Do you put the Chargers above the Broncos afterward?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. So here's my thing about the Chargers, right? My big issue with the Chargers is just the offensive tackle situation. They have to make me feel better about that for me to honestly, I don't think I could see. There's a bunch of background noise from your mic, Caden.
Oh, sorry.
All good, all good. Um, I don't actually think I could see myself moving the Chargers up until they make me feel like they can protect Herbert. So, like, if I see them, to be honest, the game against Pittsburgh was promising. I want, like, the thing that I care about for that team is whether they can have more kind of games like that where they're going up against quality pass rushers and they show me that they have a plan to deal with that. Against the Jaguars, I like Joshua Hines Allen and what was the other guy? Trey Walker. Like, I like Milk King flawless raid. Shout out Jim Bob from Mexico. What a name. What a name. But yeah, bro. Okay, so again, Chargers. If I'm ranking them, I'm ranking these teams on how I feel about them. They have to do that to make me feel better. But yeah, shout out to everybody pouring in from the raid. I think you guys are coming in from a Q&A. Yeah, you guys were coming in from international break Q&A. So I know everybody pouring in here from the raid. It was in Flawless's stream because it's the international break and football isn't happening. But
Oh yeah, speaking of international break, obviously international football, and shout out to our friend Peter who's going for Trinidad and Tobago.
wait, hold on. They drew Jamaica, right?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, good for them. But yeah, like your football is on break, but our football isn't. So American football, which is what this channel is about, is still running. We're watching a game right now. We're ranking teams in the NFL, and we're also about to preview the games on Sunday. So shout out to everybody in here. My mom called me that years ago from the TV show Walton's when Jim Bob Joe went from Mexico. Oh, it's Jim Bob Joe. I thought it was Jim Bob. Jim Bob Joe. What a name. What a name. But yeah, feel free to hang out. There's 95 of you here. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be here for like another
Let's
40.
say at least another 5. We might have a fade of the stream.
No. So I'm definitely gonna do previews. So previews are gonna take at least
Oh
half
yeah,
an
forgot
hour.
the previous.
Yeah. At
Just
least.
like this game's already over.
Yeah. No, this game is over. But yeah, feel free to hang out. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So you don't miss when I go live. We talk lots of NFL football, but we also just hang out and have a good time. And you're gonna see a lot of people that are familiar from the Sarcasm City universe, like Sai. Shout out to Flawless as always. Hope you had a good stream. And yo, funny thing about this, Flawless, is today me and CP were considering going to Canada versus Ecuador to watch Caicedo. And just by the, I don't know, I got a little bit sick. I'm like, fuck it, let's not do that. Stayed home, decided to stream, right? 5 minutes into the match, Canada got a red card. Do you know how pissed I would have been? I think the match finished 0-0. Now, Caicedo did start, so it would have been cool to see Caicedo. But, bro, God himself spared me from spending my hard-earned money to watch Canada get a red card 5 minutes into a match. It finished 0-0. Bro, I would have paid money to sit there for 2 hours to watch Canada play with 10 men and score no goals. That would piss me off so much.
How much for the tickets?
Like $80. Oh, that's a big breakup by Brandon Stevens. And that's a sick thing yo, this guy's talking shit to the fans down 10 with 7 minutes to go. I hate people. Yo, it would have been tough. It would have been really, really tough. But yeah, I'm gonna get this off the screen and get the previews on the screen. Where is it? Stop screen, add screen. Here we are. The Canadian crowd would have been there. This much is true. This much is true. I can't lie, and you know, Sai is definitely gonna have a field day with that emoji usage.
3-7 versus 3-7.
Disgusting, dude. Disgusting. But yeah, like you said, make sure you guys run up the likes. Make sure you guys sub to the channel too. 1 minute. Chargers below Broncos. Yeah, dude. Hold on. Yeah, I had them. Yeah, I had them below the Broncos. I talked about it, bro. The Chargers' offensive tackle situation is a major concern for me. So I kind of have to be like, I don't have as major of a concern with Denver than I do with like that one for the Chargers. So that's the thinking side.
Oh, speaking of like subscribing and stuff, guess what?
What?
I hit 20 subscribers yesterday or last
Let's
night.
go. Okay. Well, I think I was your 12th subscriber.
I believe so.
Yeah. Let's go, man. You know, so the way you gotta think about it,
I have
right?
21 now.
Here's how. Oh, make sure you are you a mod? No, I have to make you mod. Here, I'll drop the link of your channel in here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Okay, when you think about growth on YouTube, like when did you have 10 subscribers?
10?
Yeah. Like what? Like a couple weeks ago?
I think it was like towards the end of October.
Yeah, so it's like you basically you doubled your audience
Mm-hmm.
in let's say a couple months, right? It's like that's how it happens. So it's like it might take you another couple months to double your audience, and that's 20 to 40, and then it might take you another similar time to double. And it's like once you keep stacking like that. So the journey from like 10 to 50 is not the same journey as like 50 to 90. Like it gets easier the more you do it, and the more YouTube understands who likes you, who likes your content, the more relevant people it pushes it to. But yeah, people, anybody watching this, there's 86 people watching live. I've dropped the link to Caden's channel. Caden is the voice you hear, one of the voices you're hearing in the background. He's from Atlanta. He has his own channel. He talks about the Falcons.
Her cousins lives in my neighborhood.
Kirk Cousins lives in his neighborhood. So, you know, lives in a nice neighborhood, which I don't know if that compels you to subscribe to somebody. I guess do your thing.
I could get like I could have like 101 subscribers if everybody in here subscribed.
hell yeah, man. And this is a soccer crowd, or like soccer for you, football for them. Uh
Oh,
oh, Justin Fields
I
fumbled.
mean, to be honest, like even though like
Patriots defense, let's go.
yeah, Patriots won this.
Yo, okay, this is really big because I in my pick'em league, I have the Patriots winning by 11, so I needed them to score again. And then in my fantasy league, I had the Patriots defense. So this play just got me points for the Patriots defense and got me a very likely field goal to get them up over 11. So this was a major play. Thank you, Justin Fields. Yo, Sai, here's the thing. We'll do this again next week, bro. I gotta move on to the. No. We'll do this next week. I gotta go to the previews. I can't be here all night, brother. Can't be here all night. I'm gonna be doing this again on Wednesday night.
yeah. Before we go to the previous, I just want to say one thing.
Okay, go ahead. See you Wednesday night.
Yeah. Um, I just want to say R.I.P. to one of the greater, or maybe even the greatest collaborations in world sports, which is Steph Curry and other Under Armour. Like they're finally ending it.
Man, fuck them. Um, um all right. So the first game we're previewing is Commanders Dolphins. Dolphins favorites by 2.5. This is in Madrid, so there's no home field advantage, right? Now, these stats here, the little chart here I have of basic metrics that I put here, you can throw a lot of this out for the Commanders because offensively, this is a lot of Jaden stats here, right? You can, for the Dolphins, I mean, maybe consider that their defense might be worse because they lost Jalen Phillips, blah blah blah. Point is, not a lot of these stats are relevant. What I do think is relevant though is that, like, I think the Dolphins have played better football as of late. So if you look at Dolphins, wow, that is a horrible typo. Dolphins schedule. And I was gonna, like, what I would have said was it's not even just one game, I don't think. Right? Obviously a good win here, obviously a horrible loss here, but the game against the Falcons, like, you're talking about two of their last three games being good games. Whereas you look at the Commanders schedule, ass whooping,
We
ass
beat them.
whooping, ass whooping, ass whooping. This team has got their ass whooped for 4 weeks in a row. And before those ass whoopings, they lost to the
Oop.
Bears. So the Commanders are playing horrible football right now. And for that reason, I got
Yeah.
the Dolphins winning and
Yeah.
covering.
I was surprised the
I think we.
the line was this low. Like
Same. I think people are kind of forgetting just
we
how
see, you
bad.
know, if I'm betting, which I'm not gonna bet on that one because who knows what's gonna happen in that game. But
Yeah.
if I was
So
betting, that's quick money.
go ahead, Caden.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I just thought you were trying to butt in. Yeah, I'm going with Miami. Easy money. I got them covering 2.5. I would, if I could, I would bet Miami by 7. I think they're winning this game by a touchdown. Easy money here. Again, Washington, again, they are in a really bad place defensively. Their defense is old and bad. It's one thing to be young and bad, but they're old and bad. This is really bad.
Oh,
And then we got
I just remembered.
yeah.
Didn't I believe we beat them, the Commanders, by like 10 points? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so, roughly. Let me see it. Let me go back here. You beat the Commanders
Oh no,
34 to 27.
7 points.
But yeah, that's that.
Yeah. For
We all know what
I
I'm
think for
choosing.
the Commanders, they're in like a weird spot right now because I do know like some Commanders like some Commanders fans and they they're blaming like person to person, like they're not blaming one individual. You know, for
Yeah,
example, they're blaming the GM. They're also blaming Dan Quinn. They're also blaming Jaden Daniels. It's like I do feel like next going to next year, I do think they're gonna take a step back. I don't think because they have this many injuries that they're gonna come back. I do
Well,
think they're gonna
Oh
stay
yeah.
sucky for a bit.
bro, they're the oldest team in the league, which means they don't
Yes.
have much young talent. That's the big issue is that there's no easy way out for Washington. They actually are kind of like think about it. If you weren't thinking about Jaden Daniels and the fact that they just made the NFC Championship game last year, you would look at this team and say this team is going to start a rebuild. That's actually where they're at with their roster. They are in a you have to start a rebuild phase with Jaden Daniels on a rookie deal. That's actually a horrible spot to be in. So, um, commiserations to Commanders fans, but I don't feel bad for you at all. Next
Well,
game,
at least not as bad as the like 2019 squad. It's just like over the cap.
yeah, for sure. Um, Panthers and Falcons. So
Atlanta all the way.
fortunately, we have Caden here. So before he gives you maybe some more details about this game, I'm taking Atlanta strictly because you have to make up for the first matchup. Like
Mm-hmm.
for those of you guys who have been watching us do the season predictions, whenever I look at divisional matchups the second time around, I always think about it like is one team like head and shoulders above the other team enough to sweep them. So in this matchup, right? I saw what Carolina did in the first matchup, but do I think Carolina is head and shoulders above Atlanta as a team enough to sweep them? And the answer is fuck.
No.
Like not that's not the case at all. So between that and between the fact that I'm sure Atlanta is going to be after getting embarrassed the way they did, they're going to want to get their revenge. So they're at
Mm-hmm.
home. There's the revenge factor. There's the they should not get swept factor. There's a lot going on for them. Carolina is in a pretty bad place. After beating the Packers, they had a horrible loss to the Saints. The Saints are way worse than the Falcons. So all things considered, I got Atlanta winning. But what do you think, Caden?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm gonna say, but it, I, I, what I was gonna say was that in the past like 10 or I don't 10 to 15 years, like I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't think that Carolina or Atlanta has ever swept each other,
Oh, okay.
and they've always like split throughout the season.
Yeah.
So like I think like if whoever loses, like one team's gonna lose one game, the other is gonna win the other game. Like
Yeah.
so, I think the Atlanta's could win this.
Yeah. Me too. General, you got Atlanta as well?
Mm-hmm.
I got Atlanta by 100.
100, he said.
Yeah,
I
Atlanta's
definitely,
gonna win 100-0.
I definitely have them covering the 3.5. Next matchup is Buffalo and Tampa.
Go Bills.
Buffalo and Tampa. Bills are favorites by 5.5. Both these teams are coming off a loss, so they should both be pretty motivated. As you can see here, the Bills are better than Tampa in basically every metric except rushing defense. And the Bills do have a notoriously bad rushing defense. The issue is are the Bucks going to be able to take advantage of that because they've been missing Bucky Irving. I think they're going to get Bucky Irving back, but I do think that Bucky Irving is going to be like it's his first game off of injury, so he might not be in his like he might not be like humming as a player. So there's that issue with this matchup. If you're talking about two teams that won a game really badly because they just lost a game, I'm taking Buffalo at home. That's a
Mm-hmm.
tough place to play. This time of year, the weather might be shitty. You know, you got a Florida team coming from the good weather to the shitty weather. Give me Buffalo at home in the
Yeah.
treacherous conditions. Knowing that if they drop to 6-4, that would put them 2.5 games behind New England. That is too big of a disaster. And the thing with Tampa is that like the same disaster for them fundamentally does not exist. Win, lose, or tie, they are winning that division in a lot of circumstances, right? Like Atlanta has to get their shit together for them to even have to think about losing the division. So, give me Buffalo in this game.
Go Bills.
General, what about you?
Yeah, I also have the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. So, pretty good unison here. So cool. We're gonna make this one quick because I don't think this game
Okay,
is.
actually,
Yeah, technically gonna win this.
I just want to add one more. Like
Yeah.
I I do think. Let me see the standings. I think this. Uh,
Throw a pick, dog. Throw a pick. Throw a pick, Justin Fields. Throw a pick. He's gonna run. Fuck Justin Fields, dude.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think they're gonna cover this line now.
That's what I'm saying, man. At least it's four down territory. I doubt they would kick a field goal, so I have to. I need to pray they go four and out or something. Um,
Yeah, but actually, never mind what I was gonna say. I was gonna say this game, the Bucks can not throw away, but they can afford to lose. But next week they have
next week they play who?
the Rams.
Yikes, dude. That's a tough couple of games. My issue is just that like the Bills, man, their desperation is different. New England is 9-2, dude. Oh, Christian Gonzalez, you turn your head around. That's a pick. Anyways, okay.
So, like for example, like I actually have the Bucks covering the spread.
because the Bills are 5.5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be a close game.
because like I do think as well, if the Bucks do have like some aspirations, they want to try at least to win this game and the next game.
Who?
The Bucks.
Yeah, to go for it.
To be honest, I think I have them beating the Rams and losing this game.
No, because they play the Rams, I think, on LA.
Yeah, like that's the thing, right? LA's not a real home crowd, and if they lose back-to-back games, I could see them beating the Rams in like a shootout, Baker versus Stafford, both teams throw the ball like 50 times, that kind of a game. I could see it happening.
Yeah, Patriots just won.
Yo, okay, that's a turnover. That's a turnover.
Mhm.
That's a turnover.
Yeah.
No, okay. Oh, actually, I'm pretty far behind. So I just saw the sack on third down. But yeah, okay. Texans Titans. This game I don't think deserves that much coverage. The big takeaway is that we literally just saw Houston beat a better division rival with Davis Mills. So even though CJ Stroud isn't playing, Davis Mills is going to be enough against Tennessee. Look at the stats here. Tennessee is almost the worst team in literally everything but pass defense. And they're only probably average at pass defense because teams run on them all the time.
I have the Texans winning this one.
You have the Texans
Mhm.
winning and
Just
covering.
because they have Mark McCoy.
Yeah, yo, actually, me too. Like, I think Mike McCoy is such a bad coach. So like that, I don't even think that the Titans could have like this substitution teacher bounce. Like, oh, there's an interim here, and no, there's none of that's gonna happen. Mike McCoy is horrible. Um, so yeah, I definitely have the Texans winning this game. Like I said, they beat the Jaguars. They can beat the Titans even with Dougie Mills. Okay, Bears and Vikings. The same principle applies when it comes to the Panthers Falcons. Guys, this is a divisional matchup where the Vikings stole the first game. The question becomes, are the Vikings good enough to sweep the Bears? And
No.
my answer is no.
Yeah,
So I
no.
think the Bears win this on the
Mhm.
road. Now I think they go to 7-3, and that's a little bit too good for them. So I think some losses are on the way. But I just don't think the Vikings are. I don't think JJ McCarthy and the Vikings are good enough to sweep this Bears team.
No. It'll be funny that each team beats them on the road.
True.
Hmm.
But like I said, I mean, if you want to take away something from week one, it's that fuckery happened in the fourth quarter, but also Chicago did show that they can play with this Minnesota team.
Yeah, they almost won.
They should have won, dude. They just gave the game away. But CJ Gardner Johnson looked good for the Bears last week, so let's see what happens. But I got the Bears winning. Well, Genoa, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, yeah, the best. But I think more importantly, I don't actually like it's it's. I know the Vikings are like they're gonna try to stay in the hunt, but
Yeah.
I think they just want to see some improvements from JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, you're right. I think they probably aren't even too like hung up on the wins specifically because, dude, like they really need JJ to show some life. Um.
Yeah.
Okay, next game. Okay,
Reciprocity
Packers Giants.
nation.
Famous Jameis people. So Jameis Winston gets to start with Jackson Dart missing. This is the first game without Brian Daboll. You got Mike Kafka, who, by the way, I think there's a chance Mike Kafka is okay. I think there's a chance. Um, we'll have to see about that though. Packers are 7.5 point favorites. Here's my thing. I think the Packers win by like 6. I think the Giants cover this. The thing about Jameis is going to give his receivers a chance. Uh, and
But which receivers though?
you know what I'm saying? He's going to give his receivers a chance. He's also going to give the Packers DBs a chance too. But that's what I'm thinking. Like the big thing on my mind though is that, like, think about how bad the Packers offense has looked as of late. And when you think about the Giants, you see some issues, but honestly, the Giants have some talented pieces. Like, I could see Brian Burns giving Jordan Love headaches. I could see Javon Holland being good, like as a safe. Like, you know, I can envision the Packers offense stumbling a little bit. I could have like. I got the Packers winning again. Do I have the Giants winning? Fuck no, hell no, at all. I just think that the Giants might cover. So that's my call for this one. I got the Packers winning by like 6 and the Giants covering.
I think
Actually, go ahead.
I think that since the Giants are getting an interim coach, I think that a lot of people are gonna think that like the Giants are like could possibly win, and I think like
Yeah.
I mean I agree that like Jameis is he's gonna like try with his receivers and stuff, but personally I think I have to go with the Grossi Bossy Packer Nation, so I gotta go with the Packers.
Hold on. So is the Grossi how you found me?
Tom Grossi?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I found Tom
awesome.
Grossi like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I found you like randomly. I was on YouTube and I just saw you were doing
No.
like a stream, and I was just like, oh, maybe this is fun. He talks about football, so I joined, and then as I joined, you were talking about the NFC South, so and then I put in my message, and then now I'm here.
Okay, so I'm probably in your algorithm because of Tom Grossi. Because no, so that's funny. I just saw Karma's post here. I appreciate you guys for bestowing us with this honor. I'm doing great. I assume they're doing good as well. I hope you're doing well as well. You were on Degrassi? No, we're talking about a YouTuber named Tom Grossi. Degrassi is pretty popular for a lot of Canadians, but I think it was like a little bit before my time. Like, I think I was too young to catch on Degrassi. But yeah. What I was mentioning about Tom Grossi though is that so he actually rated my stream once. So it was Monday Night Football Week 4 last year, Bengals against Commanders, when Jaden Daniels had that game winner, right? I was live streaming. I had like 6 people watching. I at the time, I had 60 subscribers. I don't know how Tom Grossi found me, but he rated my live stream with like 2,000 people, and he just dropped them all on me at once. And I was like, holy shit. So that was like that jumped my channel from like 60 subscribers to 120 in that one moment. And like since then, things have like the ball's been rolling a little bit more. So obviously, like from then I got 120 from the week 4 last year. Now I'm up to around, I think, what, 235. Like slowly it changes. But yeah, dude, like Tom Grossi, one of the biggest YouTubers in the football world, randomly found my tiny channel and he just rated my live stream. So there's a bunch of like King, right? Yeah, so King on this channel, he found me from that raid. Like he was watching Tom Grossi's live stream. He joined my stream from the raid, and he found me from that moment, and he's been on my channel ever since. There's a couple other people, Gail. Yeah, I don't know who. Like, there's a handful of people. I'll point them out now that I know that you know this. But like, I'm in, I think, a handful of people's algorithm just because of that. Because there are a big chunk of his audience. Because that live stream has crazy watch hours too for that reason. There's a chunk of his audience that has the same like, and that's how YouTube's algorithm works. They try to find like common interests and stuff. So that makes sense. why you found me and you like Tom Grassi. Those frauds should have all subbed. I agree. I 100% agree. 2,000 people, they could have had me monetized. And I actually saw one guy comment that, like, because they rated my chat. My chat was flooded. Jeez, Gen Will. You got the Transformer sounds going on. Like, my chat flooded, and there was one guy.
No,
I was
I
like,
don't know
guys,
what happened.
yeah. So one guy commented. He said, guys, let's get him monetized. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, please do if you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, they got him to announce the draft pick.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Okay, so in that moment, I had no clue who he was. Like, I saw his name, and I was like, okay, let me look up who this guy is. And then I learned he has like 700,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL let him announce the draft pick. He was NFL Fan of the Year. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I went to reach out to him. Like, I DM'd him on Twitter. He didn't respond. He didn't even open it. Again, I don't think he actually knows who I am. I just think he was looking for a football channel to redirect to, and he found me. It was crazy. I came from Flawless Watch Songs. Yeah, no. Basically, my whole audience is from Flawless and Tom Grassi. So much love to both of them.
Yeah.
This is what
He,
makes
he lives in Wisconsin now.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna wrap the stream up because I do have to
no.
go pretty soon. Do we have? Okay, we all said our thoughts about this
No,
game.
I actually have the package covering this, and I have this a very high scoring one, like around 30-17 or
Jeez. Okay,
30-13.
so you have Jameis thriving then. Okay. Bengals Steelers. Where the hell? Okay, Bengals Steelers again. Okay, principle applies, guys. Do you guys have the Bengals sweeping the Steelers? My answer is no.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't. So I have the Bengals, the Steelers evening this up. They're at home. Again, revenge factor. They're still playing Flacco. They're not playing Burrow. So no, I don't think the Bengals are much better than the Steelers. I have the Steelers evening this series out. And yeah, they're coming off a really disappointing loss. There's that factor. I definitely have the Steelers winning.
No, I have just for the bands. I have the Bengals winning.
Jeez, you got the sweep. Okay. Next game, Chargers Jaguars. This one, where is the banner? Dog, I'm struggling with this all of a sudden. Here we are. Chargers 2.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah.
Which that feels that should be worse. I think the Jaguars loss against the Texans was a really bad loss. Like, I actually think that that's kind of like the start of a gradual spiral for the Jaguars.
Like motivation for them to beat the Chargers.
You can't get packed up by Dougie Mills like that. And then again, I saw the Chargers have a good game against Pittsburgh. I just really like I like the Chargers winning this game a lot. I have them winning and covering. Again, just like the Jaguars are not that good. So
Yeah,
give me
also some injuries for us. Like possibly we have Tahib still and what's his name coming back.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, Tahib still, but we don't have what's his name Malden and Perryman playing.
Right.
I mean Perryman he's rested, but he didn't practice today. So
True. So nonetheless, I still have them beating the Jaguars. Next game, this is one of the games of the week, and there's a bunch of them. And the other thing is like, yes, they're both 7-2 teams. Yes, they're division rivals, but also look how similar their stats are. Do these teams like this? Stylistically, their quarterbacks have like kind of similar quarterbacks with like respectable mobility, but they're really gunslingers. You got JSN against Puka. This is just going to be such a good game.
It's also a Cooper Cup revenge game.
Yup. Oh, that's another storyline. Yeah, this is going to be cinema, people. If you're not a huge football fan and you want to watch football for the first time, Seahawks Rams is where it's at. For this particular game, this is tough. For this particular game, I think I'm going Rams.
Yeah,
and honestly, I just think that Seattle is going to probably win in Seattle because their crowd is crazy. And again, I don't think I have Seattle sweeping the Rams this year. I don't think that I could have the Rams getting swept anywhere. So I got to take the Rams with this one if I'm going to take Seattle the other way. So yeah, give me the Rams. Kaden, what about you?
I said Rams.
Oh yeah, okay. General, what about you?
Yeah, I have the Rams just because fuck Seattle.
So fuck Seattle. Also, I forgot to put the banner up. The Rams 3.5, which is 3.5 is essentially standard home field advantage. Like, so I mean, not that they have standard home field advantage, but yeah, the Vegas has it as a pretty close game as well. Kaden, you got a ton of
Okay, I
background
actually
noise.
have one question.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I'm pretty new to the NFL. Like, I've
yeah,
been probably following it mostly fully, probably like the last 5 years or so.
yeah,
So I never got into the NFL when it was the the Pete Carroll Seahawks.
yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, I'm obviously like right now, like the in this day and age, like social media is everywhere. But I don't know if the Seahawks fans are always that annoying.
See, I'm not too much of a like online interact with fans kind of a person, so I actually don't have a feel for the fan base like that. But I mean, I think Legion of Boom, they were probably very annoying because Richard Sherman was very annoying. So I think that, well, I mean, like he was annoying to people. I was a Richard Sherman fan, but like, yeah, I'm sure that they took on the personality of the team where Golden Tate was very comfortable getting under people's skin. Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner, very comfortable getting under people's skin. But yeah, again, I don't know too much about fan dynamics like that. Niners, Cardinals. Niners on the road, favorites by 2.5. They have Brock Purdy coming back. I have them winning this game just because I think like the Cardinals' last game was kind of horrible. I don't know what happened against Dallas. Like I think this game we'll see whether there's anything left from that. But yeah, I got the Niners winning this one. So if you're gonna ask me, actually, hold on. Did these teams play each other? Niners, Cardinals. I think the Niners must have won, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. If you're gonna ask me about this matchup, do I think that they could sweep the Cardinals? I definitely think they could sweep the Cardinals. So yeah, I got the Niners winning this one.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Genwell? Niners or Cardinals?
No, I have the 49ers.
Oh yeah, also Marvin Harrison Jr. is not playing, so I definitely have the Niners.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Okay. Ravens Browns. So this matchup, Ravens on the road, relatively healthy. Lamar practiced today, so he's definitely playing. Browns at home really have been a mess offensively in the Dylan Gabriel era. Baltimore's defense is playing better and better. I got the Ravens winning and covering this one, but I don't have it like a 30, 40 point game by any means. I think the Ravens probably win 23-13, like that kind of a game.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
What about you, Kaden?
Yeah, I think the Ravens could probably win, and I also think it'll be kind of like a low scoring game.
Yeah,
Like probably like maybe like not even like what you said, like probably like maybe like a 10-7, like kind of like the Broncos,
No.
Raiders, or Eagles, Packers.
Then you have the Browns potentially covering then.
or
No,
or like a 13 to 3 or something like that.
Okay.
actually don't know, but how? Because obviously, I think the line is fair,
Yeah.
but it also has the elements of being a blowout.
It's possible, of course. It's possible, but like Ohio, shitty weather, but Baltimore's built for shitty weather. Yeah, it definitely could be a blowout, man. Derrick Henry starts running and he gets multiple 70-yard touchdowns, and before you know it, you're down 25.
Also,
But
like like Dylan Gabriel, like he scores like 2 picks, 1 fumble,
you're right,
something
right.
like
No,
that.
you could definitely score off him as a defense. Absolutely.
But
Um,
also, what? Because like I saw somewhere that the Patriots tried to make a move for Miles Garrett, and then the
yeah,
Browns were like asking for 3 first rounders.
yeah.
Do you think that was fair, or do you think that was like no
Fair from the Browns'
overpay?
perspective.
No, just in general.
I think it would be a dumb thing for a team to do unless they were in a Super Bowl window. If you're in a Super Bowl window, fuck it, like make the move if you want. If you're the Browns, honestly, they shouldn't. Like, what is having Miles Garrett do for them? Like, I don't know if I would budge on. No, you know what? I think you could get 3 first round picks, so I would try because you got two for. You know what? I would fixate on 2 first round picks plus others.
You know what? What would be funny? Like,
What?
I mean, obviously, this is like my Madden instincts like kicking in. But let's say like they do like a 3 first rounders and like a second for Garrett and Judkins,
3 first round picks.
and then like a second or 2 seconds or two
Yeah.
and a third.
Jeez, man. You never know what would happen with that GM.
Yeah, there's also one thing like because like obviously it's a conversation for another day, but there was
Yeah.
like some beef between I don't know which commentator or which insider it was, but they were like I think it was the 49ers GM having beef, and it was like oh I'm not sure if it was the 49ers, but they were like I think the insider was like why didn't you make a move? Like you can do this, you can do that, and then the GM was like, "It's not as easy as you think."
Hmm.
And then I think one of the other insider they were like, "Sir, this is like how we know like the new crop of GMs like they will be better than in the old ones. This is like for example the Colts. Maybe
Yeah.
it's done right now, but they did move for some game changes.
They were ambitious. Like you can't take that away from them.
All of them.
Yep.
Quickly. I gotta head out. It's like pretty late for me.
Same, same, same.
Yeah. But before I go, I just want to say I might not be able to join the Sunday night stream on Sunday.
All good, man.
Um,
You don't have to you don't have to check in with me. You're good. Just drop by whenever you're free.
yeah.
Yeah, always good to chat.
Hmm.
Yeah, go Bulldogs.
All right. Goodbye.
Take care, bro. Take care. Okay, we're gonna zip through these last 3 games. Chiefs, Broncos. Chiefs road favorites 3.5. So here's my thing with this matchup, right? I have a hard time thinking about this. I don't have this being a series sweep. I think these teams are going to split them. So my question is, what do I think there's better chances of happening? The home teams winning or the road teams winning? And I think both of these teams are very good home field advantages, very raucous atmospheres. I have the Broncos winning this game, and the main reason is just because I have the Chiefs winning the other game. I don't have the Chiefs beating Denver twice. I also don't have Denver beating Kansas City twice. This series to me is a home and home split. So I'm taking Denver to win this one and then Kansas City to win the next one.
I think the Chiefs are gonna do some funny business and they're gonna pull this off.
The Chiefs must win if not first looking bleak. I think you guys are gonna lose and still make the playoffs. Like with not with ease, but you guys will be fine. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
sorry. Like Look, we don't like the Chiefs, but we do think like if there's a team
Yo,
that's
you
gonna
guys
win
are gonna
from
lose
7 seed,
and make the playoffs. Both are gonna happen.
yeah.
Here's the thing: if you guys sweep Denver, that's very impressive. I just don't see it happening. I said for fuck's sake. Damn, Sai's going through it. Okay. I don't know if Sai's gonna want to chat about that game more, but if not, Sunday night football, baby. Eagles, Lions. So, you know what's interesting about this one? Again, this matchup to me is so interesting because in the last 2 years, I've watched my team play the Rams. Actually, forget the last 2 years. Since my team has been a Super Bowl contender, I've seen the team play a bunch of these NFC rivals a lot, but they actually haven't played the Lions at all. Last time we played the Lions was the first game of 2022 when neither of these teams were considered good teams yet. So this is really fascinating. I don't know for a fact how these teams are going to match up, but I have a theory that we match up very well against Detroit. So I have the Eagles beating Detroit, and here's my reasoning for that pick. The Eagles way better against man defenses than zone defenses, and Detroit is a man heavy defense, right? That's one advantage Philadelphia. The other thing is Jared Goff is a surgical quarterback when he's clean, and he's a very beatable quarterback when he's not. The most bothersome pressure is pressure right up the middle. Detroit lost their center. They have amazing tackles, but the inside of their line is where you could get them. Who do we have in the inside of our line? Jalen Carter. Who's playing good this year? Moro Ojomo, Jordan Davis, the two other defensive tackles. So I think the way our offense likes to play football, I think we're going to have a decent chance. We're going to have a decent time throwing the ball against them. They don't have healthy corners. I think we're going to be able to disturb their offense the way that they're most vulnerable. I think they're going to get theirs, by the way. I think they're going to score a healthy amount of points. The other thing is like they have Aiden Hutchinson and he's great. But the thing is, bro, we used to play Michael Parsons twice a year. Like we know how to deal with one edge rusher. If you bring us a fearsome defensive line, that's a different headache. But if you just are bringing one pass rusher, we know how to deal with that. We just played Michael Parsons and Rashawn Gary last week. That's a more serious duo than what the Lions are going to bring us. Again, I'm seeing my defense start to play the best. Last week was the best defense. Bro, I think you guys would definitely qualify with 11 wins. Forget 12. You guys qualify with 11. In the season, when we do the season prediction on Sunday, you'll see how. Yeah, dude, like I think we can get to Goff. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to kill us, by the way. I think he's going to absolutely have a great day. But I think we're going to get to Goff a little bit. By the way, Amon-Ra is going to have a good day. Like they're going to get their points, but I think we're going to get more. I have the Eagles covering 2.5. I don't have us winning by multiple scores. I think it's like a 28-23 kind of a game. That's how I have it happening. General, what do you think?
No, like you pretty much said it. I was gonna actually the first thing that I was gonna mention was how much you can, how much the Eagles can rush the
Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff, pretty much.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I mean, obviously you can't like keep what's his name, Gibson, Amon-Ra like quiet,
No,
like
they're gonna get theirs. They're obviously
yeah.
gonna get theirs. But
But also like at the same time, like look, the Eagles hasn't been the greatest,
no.
offensively at least. The defense is getting there, I think.
Yeah.
But offensively, they haven't been the greatest. But also at the same time, like the Lions, they're gonna have a tough time, covering your receivers
So this is the thing,
at
right?
least.
As a person that knows the X's and O's of the Eagles pretty well, I'll tell you this: Jalen Hurts is way better against man coverage than zone coverage because zone coverage makes you be precise and makes you think. Man coverage lets you see things and be a little bit more like you can improvise easier against man coverage than zone, in my opinion, right? The other thing that opens up when you play man coverage is the quarterback running. So like advantage Jalen Hurts in a lot of ways in this kind of a game. So I like the Eagles for that reason. We're gonna see what happens.
You know what's funny?
We, by the way, just real
It,
quick, we absolutely did play like Arsenal last week, and it was fucking horrible. But yeah, continue.
yeah, I mean, just talk about my charges here. You just said that that at le- well, when you say Jalen Hurts, do you also mean the Eagles in general
Well,
as a
specifically,
whole?
no. So specifically Jalen Hurts, because the thing is like, okay, well, both. But the reason why like Jalen Hurts will lead the offense, right? So it's like as Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts
yeah, yeah.
goes, the offense will go. So both. But the main thing is that like it's not that zone coverage is better against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith than man coverage. No, they're gonna get open at a reasonable rate against both. But zone coverage is significantly more effective against Jalen Hurts than man coverage. And I say this because this year, the most man heavy team that we faced, the Minnesota Vikings, that coincidentally was Jalen Hurts' best passing day. Last year, who was his best passing game against? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Voila, another man coverage football team. We cook man coverage teams. Like this is standard operating procedure. So this is the thing. Again, is it possible that we have a bad day against a man team? Of course. It's not guaranteed, but this is the kind of defense that Hurts tends to play well against. So I don't know, man. Like I think maybe Saquon might not have a great day, but I do think Hurts in the passing game has a good game. Also, the thing is, bro, whenever AJ Brown throws a tantrum, we usually figure it out for a week. Like again, Pittsburgh and Minnesota, those were also tantrum games. So I like Philly in this matchup for sure. Cowboys Raiders, shall we do it? Last game of the week.
It's the last
Um,
game.
what's that?
It's the last game here.
Yep, last game. Cowboys 3.5 point favorites on the road. Now, I do think the Cowboys are the better team, and I do think that they were going to get a win regardless. I have some hiccups about how they play on the road, but Vegas is not a real home field advantage, especially against the Cowboys. There's going to be a ton of Cowboys fans in Vegas, but more importantly, dude, like I think the Cowboys are playing for something bigger than football, and I think
Yeah,
that's like you just can't negate that stuff. Um,
yeah. It's gonna be a emotional game for them, obviously.
dude, I think they're gonna definitely pull this one out. Like, there's not much. There's obviously not much worth saying. It just everybody who follows sports knows that when teams really rally around something that means the world to them, it unlocks something. And I see that kind of thing happening for Dallas, dude. I think there's nothing that Vegas can do to prepare for what this is going to be like. And I have Dallas winning and covering easily. Like I would say Dallas wins by like I would double digits. I have them winning this easily.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, like what they lost the last game before the bye. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, against the Cardinals.
yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So that's all. Even even without the tragedy, like I do think like they would have
I
bounced
figured, bro.
back.
I figured. I saw what you typed, and I'm like, he forgot. He forgot. No, I understood, bro. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. I would never think you were like that. So that's that, people. That's the end of the stream. We're an hour and 40 minutes into the stream. That's way longer than I plan to do this. I plan to be here for like an hour. It's like 11:30 p.m. local time. I got to get to bed for work tomorrow. This was a lot of fun, people. Again, I haven't done this in a month. That's why I was comfortable giving you guys like an extra stream in terms of like duration. Because again, I missed this for a month, but I'll be back next week. I'll be back Wednesday night to do this again. Make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you
Yeah,
guys hit.
you never know. Maybe in by the time that you do your next stream, we already have AD in our team.
It's absolutely possible, bro. You never know. You never know. So, yeah, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're here so you don't miss when I go live. Any support when it comes to the engagement helps content grow on YouTube. So if you want to support what's going on, that's the best way to do so. I'll be back on this channel for Sunday Night Football, Lions, Eagles. It's going to be a great time. Hope to
Are
see
you
you guys.
also doing Monday night?
No, not Monday night. just Sunday night. So I'll see you guys Lions, Eagles, and then Wednesday night to do this stream all over again. Until then, take care. And as tradition, I will let Stephen A. Smith send us off.
Y'all take it easy. I'm out.